Good evening. Welcome to our Live at 5 here at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. We are back. We took a little hiatus, but now we are here. Okay, so here is our address in case you are here on the sunny, beautiful sunny coast of Central California, and our hours. So we are open on Mondays from 3 to 7 and Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, Saturdays 10 to 4. If you're unable to visit us in person, then you can visit us on our website. We have almost all of our products on our site. You can shop there anytime you'd like, or if you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to send us an email or give us a phone call. We took a little summer hiatus, we'll say. Last week we had out-of-town company, and so we needed to have our little life. We needed to have a little summer vacay from doing the video, but we are back and we have plenty of things to show you. First, I want to go over some classes really quick, just so I don't forget. I want to forget about it. Make sure we get that out of the way. So next week on Tuesday, we have an open sew, and that is open to all. That is open to anybody. You can come regardless of what you're working on. If you join any groups or not, it doesn't make any difference. You can come, you can sew. It's $12 a person. Bring your sewing machine and whatever project you're working on, and you can just have fun sewing out there. Make some new friends maybe. And then next weekend on Saturday the 18th, we have a free Casa Sew Day. So this is sponsored by us, the shop. And in case you didn't know, I think we talked about it last year, our bag ladies plus a whole bunch of you donated some bags to CASA, the court-appointed special advocates that work with the foster children here in the county of Santa Barbara. And we are going to donate bags again, and also quilts. I know a lot of the guilds donate quilts as well. So if you'd like to work on a quilt, you can. But this is a specifically for CASA bags and quilts sew day, and it is free. So we hope that you are working on one of those bags or quilts that you're going to donate to CASA. So that is Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 4. And then we have beginning quilting coming up in September. So maybe you know someone who would like to start quilting. Maybe you would like to start quilting. This would be your little nudge to sign up for that class. Or maybe you are an existing quilter and you kind of want to brush up on your skills. Maybe you have some bad habits that you'd like to break, or just don't know, you're kind of self-taught and you want to learn something new. This is a good class to do. And then also we have the Bella Coat class coming up in October. Why am I telling you about it now? Because there's homework. There is some prep work to do. You have to do some quilting. We'll be making a muslin mock-up beforehand, but that is a class that I know a lot of people have been interested in. If you've been kind of waffling back and forth, then definitely come in, check out the coat, or give me a call. I'm happy to talk to you, but that's coming up in October. Okay, so those are the upcoming classes, and as always, if you have questions on anything, you can send us an email or give us a call here at the shop, and we're happy to help you out. Okay, so while we were gone, fabric came in, and this week new fabric came in, so let's go ahead and show you what we have. Quite a few fun little selections here. This one's a little late because, we just had 4th of July. However, it's always a good time for a patriotic quilt. So this one's called Grand Ole Flag from Riley Blake, and it is just little mini flags and then stars on kind of an off-white background. So this would be a great background fabric if you need something that's not, too much and you want it to be red, white, and blue. Or if you're just making, I don't know, placemats or runners, or, if you want some sashing or something to go with something that's patriotic. Maybe you have a panel that needs jazzing up. This would be a good addition to that. So this is Grand Ole Flag from Riley Blake. And then we also received these two. They're kind of in a general landscape medley collection, which is just kind of random things that are great for landscape quilts. But this is daisies on a green background. They're all kind of packed in there, so really kind of fun for if you're doing a landscape quilt and you've got a field of daisies that you want to do. This is a fun one for that. And then I'm going to turn this one sideways because it is directional, but it is like a sunrise or a sunset fabric. So you've got, kind of the blue sky and then the kind of more yellowy orange clouds because the sun is either rising or setting depending upon what you need it to be. And so like we said, it does go directional, so you will have to cut it the way that you want it to look. But it is a fun, it's a nice, it makes a really good sky fabric. It could be water too, I guess, like shimmering if you didn't have the sun in there. This part of it could be like, the shimmering water while the sun is setting. So a lot of fun options for that one. And again, those are just called Landscape Medley. They're part of a kind of a mishmash collection of different things from Elizabeth Studio. Okay, and then we also received some batiks. Now these are from Island Batik. They don't, so you may be familiar with like the 1895s from Hoffman. These are kind of similar to that. And I just put batiks because they have like, you know, it's pretty and purple and bashful browns, and they're just like weird names. They're not really part of a collection per se, so you have to kind of look them up by color. But we have the scarlet here, and we have the teal, and these are all just kind of like a color wash type of, you know, it's texture and color as opposed to an actual print. So all of these are pretty much the same. So you've got, you know, the scarlet, which is really just shades of kind of an orangey red, pinky red, and then the teal, which kind of has green and blue. And then you've got the purple, kind of different tones of purple in there. And then you have the brown. It's called brown, but it's like a tan or latte kind of a color, beigey. It looks totally different on camera than it does in person, of course, as always. We know this. So those are all batiks from Island Batik. And then we also received from a collection called Sunflower Spice from Island Batik. And so you've got kind of these, they look like ginkgo leaves or little fans. So they're a tone-on-tone green, so it's a darker green, kind of just that color wash, and then the fans on top of it. And then we have this blue one with some flowers with little berries in the centers of them. Again, it's that kind of color wash blue in the background, and then the darker blue on top of it. And to go along with that, we have a fat quarter bundle, also called Sunflower Spice. So it's the whole collection in all the colors. So it's the rainbow of colors. So they're all going to have similar to these prints on them, kind of the florals. So you've got the whole rainbow. So these would be great for any quilt that takes a fat quarter bundle, and there are a lot out there. And then we do have those two coordinating, and even these batiks that we got that are nameless, they'll all pretty much go with it as well. They're right in that color range. So if you wanted something without prints to go with it, then those might be a good option. Okay, that's it for fabric. But then we also, speaking of pre-cuts, received a book called For the Love of Pre-Cuts. It has 13 different designs on it, and these are by Annie's Quilting. So here are some of the designs in there. So I would imagine that at least some of these take fat quarters. Some of them probably take 2.5-inch strips, 10-inch squares, 5-inch squares possibly. So lots of good options on there. So if you have some pre-cuts laying around and you want something to do with them, then these would be some pretty quilts to use those up, and then just get some background fabric. So a lot of good quilts in here, very easy directions, a little bit of applique. This one is an applique. This one's really pretty actually. I like the colors of this one. Dreaming of Daylilies. So a little bit of piecing and a little bit of applique. So if you want to try your hand at applique, that would be a good option. And this is 10 fat quarters, so that fat quarter bundle that we had here, Sunflower Spice, would make a really pretty quilt, very similar to this one in color. So anyways, that's For the Love of Pre-Cuts from Annie's Quilting. And then if you are one of my bag makers and you'll be interested in these, in this zipper tape from Sally Tomato, it's the Tula Pink, so it goes with the upcoming Prince Charming Deja Vu collection, and that's the one that has the frog on it. But these really could go with anything. If, you know, any bright colored fabric that you have is going to go really well with this. And so it's got that Tula Pink nylon coil in there, and then it also comes with the zipper pulls to attach to it. And so there's 3 yards of the number 5. This is number 5 zipper tape. Okay, and then we have something new and exciting, and this is really cool. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. So we are kind of branching out. We've got some new ideas. When we went to Chicago, difficulty here. When we went to Chicago back in May, we came across this really fun booth that had different fabrics that we really liked, and these are all canvas, and these are outdoor rated canvas. So they are really good for making, you know, pillows or cushions for your outdoor furniture. If you've got a bench These would be great for that. They're also really good for bags because they're not going to fade like some of the other canvases do. So we have this really cool navy blue background with these lighter blue and green floral designs on it, and it, you know, kind of, it is a bigger print, definitely, because these are meant for outdoor things. So they're really, really cool. I think they're really going to make some good cushions. And we have this blue to go with it. It's kind of a denim blue. Just a light texture on it. I know it does not look blue on camera, it looks gray, but honestly it is blue. It's a really nice kind of a deeper periwinkle blue. I think it actually also goes with this red one. This is a really cool red floral, so it has all kinds of different colors on here. Got orange and yellow and green and blue, all on a nice deep brick red background. Very, very fun. Again, bags, pillows for outside. These are going to be really, really great for all of that. And then another canvas that we got is this cow print. I am super excited about this one. I don't know that it is outdoor rated necessarily, but it is definitely a fun canvas. So it is that kind of heavier weight canvas. It will make a fantastic bag. And then when you pair it with our new vinyl, so this is a faux leather, they call it vinyl, it's faux leather. So we got this nice black, so it's just a solid black. So look at how great that cow print goes with that black. I can just see a tote with the cow print on the top and then the black vinyl on the bottom. It'll be so fantastic. And then we also have, in addition to the black, we have, it's called saddle brown leather. This one has a little bit more texture than the black one does. And so you can really see that. That would be a great purse. You could do some embroidery on there, or some cool funky stitching for the quilting if you wanted to, or you could just leave it plain. But it really has a lot of texture look to it. So much fun. I cannot wait to put these in some bags and see what you guys do with them. We just have to kind of branch out a little bit and bring a few more things in that will get you guys excited about sewing. All right, so just to recap, since we're talking about sewing, we have an open sew day next week and then a Casa sew day on the following Saturday. So keep those 2 dates in mind for working on different things, making some new friends. You don't need to sign up for either one of those. You can just show up. They don't tend to fill up. If they start to fill up, you know, then we'll start requiring payment ahead of time. But otherwise, you just come and you sew. The open sew day next week is $12 a person, and then the Casa one is free as long as you are working on something that is going to be donated to Casa, whether it's a bag or a quilt. It doesn't make any difference. So anyways, alrighty. Well, we hope that you guys are enjoying summer. We have definitely been enjoying our summer. If you come in and talk to us, we'll tell you all about what we've been doing the last month or so. It's been a little bit crazy for us, but now we are back in the shop and we are ready to help you guys make your quilting dreams come true. All right, have a good evening and we will see you guys next week.